Okay, here we go, guys. Team Power Hour. I'm so thankful. We literally span the globe. And it's so interesting because oftentimes, depending on where you live, different things impact you. But we are all in the same, like we're all in this together, literally. So I'm going to just let you get started, Betsy. I'm so happy for everyone that could join. If you're listening to the recording, I'm glad that you're listening to it. So let's just get started.
Hey, yes. Well, I'm glad, and hopefully we'll have some more pop on. But so I've just been really something hit me the other day, and some of the people on my team have already heard this, but I was talking to Renee about it and definitely wanted to share. So, you know how when we share our bun story, like how we got involved, a lot of times we like leave out details because they don't really matter in the moment or who you're talking to. But I was just realizing that part of my story is that I joined Arbonne for a plan B. Whenever you go to an Arbonne presentation or you hear it, there's those questions at the end. If the main income earner in your family couldn't work, how long would you last financially? Do you have a plan B? And, 15 years ago, I was 24. I was teaching. We didn't have any kids. My husband was working. So double income, no kids. Um, we really kind of felt like we were fine. And so anytime I went to a presentation like that and they were like, what's your plan B? I'm like, teachers don't need a plan B. Or I don't know. I just like plan B's sound nice, but maybe not something somebody in their 20s have. Or do you really need a plan B? Maybe this is just an Arbonne sales pitch, right? And so, but I had been attending Arbonne events for a while, looking into the company, watching people grow. I was just an observer. And here's the funny thing. If it was now, I would be observing from Facebook or Instagram. But 15 years ago, there was no Facebook or Instagram. So to observe, you had to go. So I would go with my friend to all these Arbonne events. I didn't use any Arbonne products. I wasn't a yes. I didn't necessarily believe in it, but I was watching. And then something happened unexpectedly. Which I don't normally tell this part of the story, but Oklahoma started going through a recession, probably pretty similar to some stuff that's happening here now. Oil and gas prices plummeted. And when oil and gas is low here, like other people celebrate that, like low gas prices. Here, people panic because that means revenue is down for the entire state. People can't pay for things. And that was the situation we were in. So public schools didn't have enough money. And I was like 4 years into my teaching career. And I got called into a meeting that said, if you're a non-core subject teacher, you might be laid off in the next couple weeks because we simply don't have the money to pay anyone that's not core subject. And for the first time, I was like, how do you have a college degree? And in the whole entire state of Oklahoma, I wouldn't be able to get a job. And if I had been in a different school district, I would have lost my job. But the school district I was in was small, and thankfully it was pretty wealthy. And they figured it out. And they said, you know what, if all the teachers are willing to use their planning period to cover somebody else's class, we're going to cut the substitute teacher budget out. And they got parent volunteers from the PTO, the superintendent, the board members. Everybody started substitute teaching so they could cut that out of their budget and pay the choir teacher, the music, like the drama teacher, and me. And actually, one of my upline people, like all my upline people in Arbonne were teachers that would have had their jobs cut. Like we had to have a plan B. I didn't when that happened to me and my job was saved, but that is why I started Arbonne. I quickly realized that we can talk about impact, we can talk about things, but until you kind of experience it, sometimes you don't do what you need to do. And so I jumped into my business. And so I've just been having like this flash from the past, of why I really started Arbonne. Now there's a million things Arbonne has done for me since then. Like I started it because I realized, whoa, I should have had a plan B. I didn't need a plan B. I kept teaching. Then I decided to quit teaching to be a mom. But we did use my income as a plan B when my husband came home in 2008 without a job because of another recession. And I'm excited to say that this time around, I'm not real worried about it. So I just wanted to, like, Renee and I wanted me to share that story for a couple reasons. One, if you're not taking your business seriously to make a plan B, don't shame yourself for the past, but it's really, really smart to look at it that way right now and build it so that it won't be an issue at another time in your life. The other thing is really embrace that when we talk, our Discover Arbonne, and ask people if they have a plan B. And you know what? It's fine if it's not Arbonne, but everyone needs a plan B. Like, we don't just diversification is a real thing. Like, you don't just put all your money in one place, you diversify. My husband and I actually own 3 businesses. He runs one, I run Arbonne, and we have a construction business together. There's a reason, like, that's just smart. And so whether we're going through a bad time or not, that is a question after we move out of this season to ask everyone when you talk to them about Arbonne, do you have a plan B? And I think now everyone will know what you're talking about. Sometimes it takes going through something and kind of getting out of it by the skin of our teeth to realize, oh, it'd be really good to have a plan B. And so just know that the work you're doing right now, you might not have people attending events with you like I did, but they are watching you. They are watching you on Facebook, and they are thinking, maybe I need a plan B. And we're not like yelling, ha ha, I have a plan B, but like, we're offering hope and content. So we're going to talk more about that. But Renee, I'll let you segue into and say anything else that you wanted to say from that. But it's a part of my story I don't normally share. I don't think about it anymore, but it's huge. It was really my motivation for starting.
So we wanted to share that not because we want you to be like, oh, shoot, like I should have done more. That is not the point. You're already so deep into your business. You've already like set it up to help so many people. Like, this is where you guys, we gather ourselves and we are hope dealers. We figure out, and Betsy's going to talk a lot about this, but it's really helping to start out our current people, like current clients. And if they already love Arbonne, like, we may not get as many. Now, we're going to help a lot of people this month, but maybe not as many new people that don't know what they're spending money on. Maybe not as many new. You will get some because people want to get healthy, but it's really taking great care of our current people. They might want to upgrade, and they might want Arbonne to be their plan B because they already love it. So there's so much that you already have done that you're going to like explore. And just know, like, no one's going to be poo-pooing a second stream of income, diversification, or a plan B with this happening. No one could have predicted this. I know Donna always talks about, I started using Arbonne after September 11th. I didn't start my business till 2003. There was an explosion of new consultants after September 11th because a lot of people had lost jobs and people were open. I'm just telling you, people are going to be open again. So I know we're all going through stuff, but this is kind of when we rise up and we serve and we lead, and we have to be calm and we have to give hope. We have to share good content. We have to like meet people where they're at, whether it's Arbonne or not. Like, our mission is not just about getting people to buy Arbonne. It's about being the person that people look at to feel better about where they're at, to connect with. Like, be your best self now, because the gift is you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better when you have to be that person. So I just want to tell you, our mission's never been more important. And it's not just about your numbers. It's not that at all. It's like, you were destined for this time. You are on this call. We are all going through it together. But I'm telling you, if we can be who we know we have the potential to be, it's going to help for so many different reasons. So I'm done preaching. I'm going to pass it on to you for tips.
Well, what I love is, because we've built an Arbonne business, we already understand the virtual community. Like Jill said, like on her BNI, like there's some people that have no idea how to do what we actually know how to do. Social distancing, while there's some negatives to it, I'm like, hey, I can still see my peeps. We did an online workout this morning with Sherry and Shane and the kids, and I felt like I'm like in the living room with them. I'm like, there's a lot of people that don't understand the community that we have. And I think even if we can just be creative on how we do events and be like, hey, it's mom's night, it's mom's half hour out. Grab your favorite drink and get in front of your screen for a minute. Like, I think when adversity hits, we think out of the box and we open so many doors and windows and crevices to add more people in. So what we're going to talk about tonight, and some of you listened to a call by Susan Kilborn about servicing your clients. We're going to talk through that tonight, and then we're going to use the rest of the time to get on your phones and do that. It is a power hour. We are going to work. But like Renee said, now there might, it's not like cold calling time. If your friend lost their job today, it's like, I don't recommend calling and being like, hey, do you need a plan B? I mean, there are ways to have a conversation when it's the right time to have the conversation. But let's start with who we already know, who is already loving at least one Arbonne product with us, and move from there, because you do have people who already like respect what you do, respect the products, and have a glimpse of the community you have, and that might be your next business partner. So I'm going to share my screen, and this is going to give you lots
Does.
of options. Hold on 1 second.
Well, we're not gonna go with come up. I think we're gonna go fishing.
You're gonna do what?
I think we're gonna go fishing.
Okay.
Hey, Carrie, I think you aren't muted.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Are you going fishing? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. We love our calls. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Customer care. Okay. This is from Susan Kilborn, and this is 12 reasons to reach out. And it's really oftentimes 12 reasons to reach out to existing people. And so I'm just going to run through them really quick. And then Renee, if you have anything to add, and then what we want you to do is pick one of them and get started tonight, and then pick the next one, get started tonight. And I'll post this on our page too. But the first one, 30 days to healthy living. What that means, that can be twofold. It can be people you want to invite to do the program, which, let's be real honest, people, what are some of the reasons people don't do the 30-day program? Traveling, weddings, like
Spring break.
class reunions, all these things where they want to eat a different way. Everyone's at home. People have to cook. Right now is the perfect time to do the 30 days. So there is reason to reach out for that, but it's also coaching your people really well through the current 30-day, or if you're doing a 15-day or 10-day, that all goes into there. So reach out to them. Promotions mean what Arbonne has going on right now. Like, what's their promotion? For us right now, it's 40% off for preferred clients, an order of 400 or more, 50% off for consultants. And I know Lisa, and I might, like, Lisa, in the chat, maybe you want to put those numbers up, but Lisa figured out if somebody did an order just under 400, how much they'd pay for it. And if they topped over 400 with this promotion, what they'd pay for it. And she has some verbiage she's been sharing with people. We can reach out about new products, and maybe those aren't like, oh, they came out this month, but there's some products that people have no idea that we have that could really help them through this season. So, maybe they don't know about our snack bars because that's not something that comes in our 30-day kit, or maybe they don't know about our vitamins that you throw in the shake. There's so many different things like that. renewals, or wait, PC rewards. So there's a report for that. If you don't know how to find that, let us know. Renewals, great reason to reach out. Those basically require orders. And so we can tell them about their rewards, about renewing, and Arbonne's promotion, and talk to them about other things. It's a way to get the conversation started. We can ask them to host, which right now would be a virtual thing. Events, that's inviting them to something coming up, which we actually have a call right after this at 8:30 Central Time about our 30-day program. We're also going to give 10 tips that Dr. Tanda Cook gave about the immune system. So we have that planned out. 8, restocking. What would be great to be reordering right now? What would you like to have in your house for this season? One of my favorite ones, and I actually wish it was closer to the top, is a thank you. I love to reach out to anyone who's placed an order, and you can do this different ways. You can do it like February. You could reach out tonight to everyone who ordered in February. Thank them from the bottom of your heart that they ordered from you, and check in on them and say, just wanted to make sure you knew about this special. Here are some things my family's stocking up on. If you have any questions or need help, let me know. Thank yous go such a long ways. Birthdays, consultants who place an order in their birthday month of, is it 250? Is it 250 or more? Erin, do you know? I see you on the screen. 300? Okay. We'll look that up. 300 or more, get a free product. Here's the deal. I just did one for someone right now, and she did over 400 to get the special. You get a free product for your birthday. You get to pick it from the list. So reach out to your birthday people. Referrals, great time to ask 30-day people who they know that want to get healthier. It's probably going to be a family member. And then the business opportunity. And that, again, is going to be someone that probably someone you've already been talking to, or B, someone who's already somewhere in your business. And what Susan said on this customer care, anyone who's not building a business is one of your customers. It doesn't matter what kind of ID they have. They might have a consultant ID or a preferred client ID or a client ID, but if they're buying Arbonne but not actively building a business, these are the things that you do with them. And so are you excited that you have so many things you can do during this power hour? And my hope for you is that you would really embrace this. And this is what you're going to work on the rest of the week. And, we talk a lot about working from home, but that we have to schedule our work from home time. Otherwise, the whole day can go away and you're like, some of you are going to get to experience working from home like full time, like some of us do with Arbonne. And so it'll be exciting, but you do have to schedule your time. Renee, what do you want to say?
Yeah, just a couple things. Thanks for going over that, Bets. And I just wanted to share something I've been sending that can kind of be along all these lines is I'm thinking of you during this time. If I can help any way with your health, or if you're wanting, to make sure you get your products, let me know. Just start a conversation. I'm really not into sending a paragraph in a text. So I just start the conversation. Like, if you want to know about our specials, let me know. And then I tell them about it. Like, I don't do a copy paste. I'm really trying to keep it shorter, more conversational. And I've been asking all of my successful 30-day clients to host a virtual healthy half hour. And I just say to them, listen, it's educational. There's no obligation for your friends to hop on. I'm really spending this time helping people learn about, getting healthy. Our Healthy Living program is directly designed for your immune system and gut health. And so it's just educational. So sometimes I think really saying it that way. And then also, we have an amazing new Discover Arbonne presentation that Arbonne is, I think, officially launching next month, but somehow I have a version of it. And so that's going to be next Tuesday night. It's amazing. You will be so proud to represent Arbonne. So you can invite them to next Tuesday night or do them yourself. But like Betsy said, My suggestion with this list, I would go down your 100-person list and then look at what Betsy just shared and see of those things what you want to apply to that person. So you're contacting everyone you know between now and the end of the month on your 100-person list, but attach it to one of those things that she listed. That way you'll really take care of them well based on their needs.
Awesome. So do you guys, and Lisa, if you guys don't know how to use the chat, Lisa just like click the chat. Hopefully you saw that. She posted the math here in the US, and I thought that was powerful just to see the difference that a 50% off discount will make, or, you know, and you can do the math for 40% off. But yeah, I know for me, I'm going to start with my thank yous because I am a little behind on that. And I am so grateful to have a business. So that's one place I'm going to start. Renewals, PC rewards, 30-day. I mean, there's just so many places to start. And so we just need to start. So any questions before we get going?
I was just gonna say, Bets, that I feel like you were like talking to me during your in the beginning when you were talking about your story and having a plan B and stuff. And while I take my business seriously, like it's certainly nothing that I've done to like make it an actual plan B. And like our office today was the last day that we worked, and we're closed for however long. And thank God for my husband's income, but like I can't clean teeth at home, so I can't work from home. So I'm going to be working Arbonne from home, which I'm very grateful for. But it's like, I wish I had done it. Like, I don't know. I just wish I had taken it more seriously like a long time ago, but I can't like focus on that, and I can just focus on what I can do now. So I'm really grateful for all that you said and the opportunity that we have. And I hope I can like really get that across to people in like a loving way. Prepare for impact. I never really like, you know, you think like, oh, that's not going to happen to me. And it does.
The older you get, the more impact it does. And believe me, I mean, I started my business when I realized I needed a plan B. So you're already further ahead of that, Laura. But when my husband came home without a job, when we had a 3-year-old and a 2-month-old, and I wasn't yet a regional vice president because I had tried and gone into qualification 3 times and fell out of qualification and just told myself a story that I was meant to stay where I was. Believe me, I was feeling probably like you're feeling, like, why didn't I do this before? But you know what? That's part of our why. And you know, when they say you have to have a why that makes you cry, or like sometimes, I mean, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if we could feel what we feel before it happens and work that way. But sometimes we just can't. But now we've been given this opportunity to feel a little pain, but already be in a business. And when your back's against the wall a little bit and you realize how other people feel every single day, you act differently. And so, Laura, I know it stinks, but I'm glad that was encouraging to you. And I want to encourage you that this season will change your life, but it'll change other people's lives because you're feeling what you're feeling right now and you're going to act out of that. So, yeah, this is the time we just can't, I mean, we can feel the pain of regret, but what are we going to do with that pain of regret? Move forward like never before. So, yeah, that's good. We'll be cheering you on, and this will be your story. I mean, I wish I could say there'd be no more tragedies, but in 15 years, you'll be on a call and be able to share that with someone, be like, I know what you're talking about, and this is what I did, so you can do it too. So anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to work. Renee, do you want to stop the recording for the working part or what?
I do want to do that. Thank you.